off, I do want to apologize that I do have some background noise because it is so cold here in the Bay. I know it's spring and I know we're supposed to have like good weather and should be summer coming up soon. But if you guys are from the Bay, you guys know our winter carries on throughout the spring, and then we get that heat wave of Indian summer, which is like totally towards the end of the year. So yeah, we have 2 seasons. So anyways, I am so excited today to finally try these guys out. I know they have been out for a little bit and I didn't have a chance to get my hands on them. And of course, with my online shopping addictions these days, I came across this and finally decided to try them out. So before the pandemic, before things closed, they started to introduce the Morphe 2 line. I was so excited because I do love Morphe. To have a makeup and skincare type of line that is clean and has lots of great ingredients, why not? I've also been really into like sheer face products, so I'm hoping this will deliver. So I decided to jump on the Morphe 2 makeup line train. I wanted to try this in front of you guys and get my honest thoughts and opinion. Got myself 1 face product and 2 concealers. So before we get started with the demo and review, as always, I'm gonna read a little bit about this product. This is the Morphe 2 Hint Hint Skin Tint. They offer 20 shades and this values at $18. This is a traditional 1 fluid ounce. Drop a tint. Keep it light and easy with this fluid tint that melts into the skin while providing a naturally radiant finish. So far, what I really like about this formulation is that it's lightweight with a breathable formula, hydrates, smooths, and blurs, non-comedogenic, and vegan. Since this is a water-based formula, you do want to shake this before any application. They recommend starting with 1 to 2 drops and build to your desired level of coverage. They also recommend using a synthetic brush, sponge, or your fingers. Although it does advertise to be a sheer to medium coverage, I do think anything that has like a skin tint could be very light, but I could be wrong, so we will see once we do the demo. I also bought 2 concealers because I wasn't sure which shade would be best for me. I did give myself the executive decision on buying 2 colors because I felt 1 I can color correct or neutralize and 1 could be used for brightening. So again, this is the Morphe 2 Hide and Peak Concealer. They offer 15 different shades and this values at $12. Each concealer is 0.16 fluid ounces. This specific concealer does advertise that can help with dark circles, discolorations up to 12 hours. This formulation is also enriched with sunflower oil and glycerin. The formulation is made to nourish the skin while calming lavender extracts soothes. They also recommend to pair this with the Hint Hint Skin Tint for a totally fresh faced look. Now the benefits of this concealer is that it's also buildable, meaning lightweight to medium coverage, natural looking, long wear up to 12 hours. It is vegan, also ophthalmologist tested. If you guys don't know what that is, it's more for contact wear use. So as always, I'll put everything down in the info box for you guys. So I'm gonna actually start in with the first one, and I did color match myself as best as I could. I got the color in Hint of Toast. So this is a medium golden undertone. But let's go ahead and just open up the package. So far, I love the package. Anything in a dropper form, a pump form, I'm all for it. I don't like anything where I have to like put on the back of my hand or on a palette. A dropper pump is just so much more convenient. I like the glass jar. Very sophisticated looking, nice and clear. Of course, the coating is really nice with the white applicator. It just looks really simple and clean, right? All right, so the back of it just says Hint Hint Skin Tint, sheer to medium coverage, shake gently, and let's dive in. So I already washed and cleansed my face. I have nothing on my skin except for a moisturizer. I'm not gonna apply on any primer, any serum, or any other product before these because I want to see how this really sits or settles into my skin. I want to know if it sits on top. I mean, I want to know if it shows my textures and problem areas. So again, I don't have anything else on but a regular moisturizer. So before we get started, as always, I'm just going to do a quick close-up for you guys so you guys can see all the discolorations I have, my freckles, my red dots, and of course this little pimple on my chin. All right, so we're going to shake gently. I'm gonna open up the product. I love it so far. So I'm just going to take it out first because I wanna smell this product. Ooh. It smells good. All right, so we're gonna put that back in there, squeeze, and just get a little bit here. So they did mention to start off with a pump or two, and I think I'm going to start off on this side of my face. Oh, my earring almost fell out. So I'm gonna start off on my left cheek here, and I'm gonna use a blender. Do 2 pumps as it recommends. And I'm just gonna start here on my cheeks. It's gonna pat it in there. Literally, it's just my cheek that I apply this on. Oh, wow. I'm so fascinated by the finish that I didn't realize this color was pretty good for me. There's no line of demarcation. Oh, it's not bad. Since this is buildable, I'm gonna go in with another 2 pumps. Oh, now I can see it's a little heavier, which is not a problem. Oh, wow. Oh, am I turning orange, guys? I can't tell. The smell still doesn't bother me. Whoa. I think I did a pretty good job on the color match. What do you think? Wow. I really didn't think it was gonna be that much more buildable. A lot of times when yeah, it's still a little wet, but a lot of times when a skin tint like this formulation says it can be buildable, and a lot of times if I do apply 2 layers on there, it does feel really wet and dewier, but more product versus coverage, I wanna say. Like it just feels like an extra layer on you. Like you can see the makeup. Like with this, I can see the makeup. Yes, I get a little bit of coverage, but I also get this nice glow. Like it's not settling on top of the skin. It literally just got into the skin. I mean, I see, and you guys probably see, I have a lot of freckles and dark circles in this problem area, which is totally fine, as I haven't used a concealer yet. But overall, for the face, I actually like it. Okay guys, so before we jump into the other side for the demo, since I don't have anything on this side, we're gonna try on the concealers. I purchased 2 shades, like I mentioned. The lighter one is Peak of Sand, and this one here is Peak of Soft Tan. Again, first impressions on the packaging. What do you call that? Chef kisses. This is such, oh, it matches my fingernails too. The package is so nice, guys. Again, very clean looking. This isn't glass, it's plastic. It looks luxe to me. I really do like this. So the more important question is, how does a doe foot applicator look like? It's funny how I purchase these things, but I don't look at the actual details when I'm purchasing it. So yes, I am just exploring this for the first time. Oh. I don't smell anything. Now, this doe foot applicator is very unique. I want to say it's like a rounded, okay, how do you say this? It's like a triangle, but very rounded, obviously, because it has an oval shape, but it does flare out. So it's kind of like, ooh, it's kind of like an earplug. You know how it's wider and it tapers up? This is how it exactly looks like and how I can describe it to you guys. Wow, no smell. So much pigment. Are you kidding me? Okay, so this looks like my skin color. So that will be good for brightening. The second color, which is Soft Tan. Okay, so this is definitely more peachier. So I feel like this color I can definitely use for concealing and then brightening. You see the 2 colors? I apologize that I did not swatch this. So let's just show you the Hint Hint Skin Tint. You see how much more tinted that is? It's so sheer. It's a beautiful product, guys. Do you see how much more of a tint this is with the radiant finish versus these 2 concealers? I feel like these are more like a semi-matte. Oh my gosh, they're such a beautiful product. So far, so good. All right, so let's try the darker color. to conceal with. And I'm just gonna use my fingers for this. So far, the blending of it is really nice. It feels smooth. I would say this is like a medium coverage. Definitely buildable. Now, I did not apply any eye cream or serum again on my face. I naturally do have dry under eyes here. A little texture because of dryness, and you know, it's just under our eyes, and I feel like that's where eye cream comes into play, but I don't use it all the time. The color-wise, I do like how it neutralized it. Oh yeah, I guess on this side, I'm gonna add a little bit more because yesterday I did a pore strip thing from Boscia, and I really focused a lot more around the nose, so it's really, really red right here. So we'll just do that, and then some spots here. I'm gonna jump in with the blender now. I'm just focusing the concealer on certain problem areas. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. You see that little freckle right there? That was earned from camping a few weeks ago. Wow! It like sets itself or something. It's weird. This face product still feels a little sticky, but I kind of like it. The concealer is so soft, it's like powdery. I feel like it just sets itself. Let's get a quick view of the face product versus the concealer. All right, guys, I'm just gonna finish up the rest of my face with the face product on this side. I'm gonna jump in with the lighter color and just highlight a little bit here. This side I do need to conceal because I didn't do any concealing there. I'm gonna highlight this side. I'm actually going to highlight the rest of my face. So I'm not sure if I feel really orangey. I don't know if it's because I actually found a shade that's actually closest to my complexion for today, because I did get some color and all the foundations I have literally are very lighter and neutral. I do have a little bit of warmness in my complexion that it actually matches more now, especially with my hands. I mentioned that my hands are definitely not lighter than my body anymore. I got a even tan finally, and when I do swatches, it just looks like my actual body versus before was just like so dark and you can tell from the colors, but now it's like hopefully even. So I'm just going to lightly set my makeup, add a little bit of bronzer, add a hint of ambient light by Hourglass and some lippies, and I'll be right back for my final thoughts. I totally love the face skin tint along with their concealers. I am actually so surprised on the finish, the textures, ingredients. I mean, oh my gosh, it's very buildable. It just feels like a tinted moisturizer, but with a little punch. Now, what I really do like about this is that there is no scent. When I first applied on the Hint skin tint on this side, right off the bat, it definitely reminded me of the Illy product. Looking at these two products, they're very similar. They have a dropper formulation. I don't want to get too in-depth with it, but it does have a larger list of skin benefits and ingredients. I'll go ahead and link this down below if you guys are interested to try this. Again, it does remind me of this product here. This may not have a longer list of ingredients, so at this point, it is a preference-wise, but I really do love this face product so much. Again, there's no scent. It's super lightweight on the skin. I did apply on a little powder just to set it because I just didn't want it to slip and slide or like get onto my face mask. You don't necessarily need to set it with powder. It still gives a beautiful illuminating radiant finish on your skin. And as for the concealers, I actually don't have a formulation that I can compare this to yet. But if I have to say, it's kind of in between a formulation of the Kaja Don't Settle concealer with the Bare Minerals Serum Concealer. Right? I think that's what it's called. I would say this is a happy medium of those two formulations. This formulation is very silky. It has like a serum-y type of formulation. It settles itself and leaves like a powdery finish. So that's why I would say, yeah, Kaja Don't Settle Concealer with the Bare Minerals Serum Concealer. Yes, final answer. This concealer is really nice under the eyes. After applying on the skin tint over it just to kind of mesh it together, it doesn't feel or look so dry after all. It did help with the problem areas here before actually applying on the skin tint, which I thought was very important and a nice outcome. Like I mentioned, I did use the charcoal strip mask that you can peel off. So I did add a little bit more product around the area, so when I peeled it off, it was a little red. Using the darker shade of the concealer did neutralize a lot of the red, and again, blending with the face product around it, it evened out perfectly. So just looking at it, it blends nicely to my neck. There's no line of demarcation. I will be using more of these products in my videos, so I hope you guys enjoyed my demo and review first impressions on the Morphe 2 Hint Hint Skin Tint and the Hide and Peak concealers. If you guys found this video helpful or useful in any way, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Also, if you guys haven't, please subscribe to my channel, and you can also hit that notification bell there to be notified on my upcoming videos. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!